Thank you very much. This is Changing Faces' second birthday, and now it's part 2 of the interview series, and I've dragged Dan out here in the rain, but he's got a coat on and I don't, so you know, someone's came prepared. So I'm a bit more prepared actually than before because my mic's working and my mic's on, so that's a good start. DJ Dan Singh, he's playing a little later on, but he's come out here for a quick chat on our second birthday. Now, as asked to Warren before, excuse me, edit that out. I'm choking on air. Changing Faces has officially become 2 years old. What does CF mean to you?
I think actually CF has become, you know, it started as a concept, and I really feel like CF has become a global brand now. You know, it's that's absolutely where we've got to now. We're on 10, soon to be 11 radio stations around the world, plus all the streaming services, you know, and it started as, well, James's dream, you know, and we as a team of, you know, we've helped make that happen. You know, I'm really, really proud of where we've got to. I'm so excited every time I do a show for CF and every time I play live, you know, so it's literally, it's living the dream, basically making that dream become a reality for us.
God damn, I was not expecting that answer. Fantastic. Stroking my ego and everything. Now, my second question would be, you've DJ'd tonight, but he hasn't. Truth be told, you're going to DJ tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you're making CF history by doing a back-to-back with Dave Collins, who's cameoing, doing a cameo appearance behind you in this interview as well. Here he is, look.
There he is.
Dave Collins here as well. So, just in regards to the preparation of the set, I'm trying to get into my phone, it's not working. I'm trying to see the rest of the question. Yeah, so your preparation for tonight, what are you going for in your 2 hours back-to-back? Okay. Hang on. It's probably for the both of you, because you're both doing a back-to-back, so you go first.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think really the thing was for Dave and I to kind of discuss what might work together, you know, and really try and find something where we could play off each other's strengths, really. Put something together that's not only going to excite the crowd tonight, but also, you know, really show off Dave and myself's strengths. So that's kind of where I was going. A few chats with Dave along the way, last couple of weeks, you know, see where we're at, see what vibe we might want to put through, you know, and hopefully everybody's going to have a great night tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and I bet you any money there will not be a lengthy explanation from Dave Collins, but let's find out. Dave Collins.
Hey.
Yeah. So, as asked to DJ Dan Singh as well, in regards to the preparation of the historic back-to-back set, just tell me a little bit about the preparation, all that planning of tracks and all those things that you've planned. You know, all the planning, all the plans and the plans.
I don't plan anything, mate.
What did I say?
No, I've got one or two little tracks I like to play. I like, you know me, right? So I played the hell out of that Leon Vinyl track for ages, didn't I? And that was like one of the tracks I start with or finish with, and then just sort of see where it takes me. So I think I really like back-to-back sets because it means that I can follow the lead of Dan, sort of go down a journey of a path less travelled.
You know what? That sounds like a jingle waiting to happen. That's all I'm saying. Now, as asked to Warren, who was very honest in his feedback in the track thievery going on tonight, because crimes are happening everywhere right now. One is potentially in the making. DJ Dan Singh, tell me how many track IDs you've nicked tonight.
So far, none. To be absolutely honest, I've actually been I've been listening very hard, but I've actually not been train spotting over the decks tonight. You know, I know that sounds like hard to believe, but it's genuinely true. But that doesn't mean to say I'm not going to be listening back to the recording with Shazam on my phone the whole time, right?
I think he's lying. Dave Collins, how many track IDs? Mind you, I'm going to ask you later. So you know what, you're making a cameo appearance right now in Dan's interview, but I'm going to be interviewing you later. Now go.
I've got the benefit of doing what you just said. Like I just listened to it later, run it through all the algos at home. Like, I'll just do that.
Well, that's it. Track thievery going on here tonight, but you know, hey, we're all DJs, you know. And yeah, so apart from being a CF resident and what have you, what else have you got coming up for 2020? Dan Singh.
Actually, you know, I'm really happy to be focusing on CF this year. So, you know, I think that's a key driver for me. Outside of CF, I started a new job at the beginning of the year. Don't want to talk too much about that. It's a fun job, but it's not related to CF. So I'm also looking forward to the summer. I think we're going to have some great fun in the summer, particularly with CF. You know, try and get out as much as possible, and really keep those banging tunes coming in for the radio shows as well. That's really important to me. Does that kind of answer your question?
I kind of, yeah. I mean, that sort of blew me away a little bit. Almost like I forgot my next question. Yes. See, I have a memory of a fish. That's why I've always got to look at my question notes. Yes, and finally, obviously you heard Warren's story of. In fact, a DJ set just happened.
This is the train wreck question, isn't it?
Yes, this is the train wreck train wreck question. Like how I've train wrecked that question. In your opinion, what has been your most memorable DJ set for the wrong reasons? Tell me all the errors, because we're all humans here.
Okay, so I've been DJing for a very long time now, you know, and I've had like tracks that have skipped all over the place. You know, we're back in the vinyl days, but you know, sometimes you go on after somebody else and they'll have it in CDJ mode and they won't be using the crossfader, and I'll be right in the mix, queuing it all up, or like moving the crossfader, and nothing happens. I'm like, why is nothing happening? And I'm like, wait a minute, light bulb moment.
Yeah. Because CDJ mode's the best.
Yeah. So that's kind of. And now whenever I go on, I'm like, okay, is it in the right mode? Are the channels assigned to the crossfader? You know, and let's try and iron those things out before we train wreck again.
You know what? Right. I mean, you make a great point, and this is, if Pioneer ever get to hear this, this is a feature I think every DJ across the world would love. Wouldn't you love a big button on the back that factory resets it to a default setting?
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yes. Get them to do that.
Yes. Like, just go beep. CDJs go to factory.
Let's flood them with tweets until we get that happening.
Because I can't be the only one that experiences it. You experienced, like, I think every DJ has this stupid moment where there's some crazy nerdy mode that it's getting debug mode and it's spitting out code or something. Like, can we just get it to work the same way every time, right?
Yeah, I also agree. Nothing burns my brain more when I get on decks and the settings are all changed. We're such DJ problems. Like, we're moaning DJ. That's how successful we are. We're moaning about DJing already.
I think, James, honestly, I think the Pioneer kind of philosophy is that any DJ should just be able to turn up and play on the decks, right? And you know, if we're having those kind of problems, maybe it's something they do need to seriously look at, because it should be a seamless experience moving from one DJ to another.
I just love how this interview is turning into like a Pioneer moaning session right now.
Not at all. I mean, you asked about the train wrecking, and yeah, I guess that's what happens sometimes, right?
It opened a can of Pioneer worms. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know, ultimately, as professional DJs, you know, we have to find a quick way out. Hopefully, a way that makes it sound like we weren't actually train wrecking, or that it was actually. We did that kind of thing deliberately for effect, so that we could bring the next track or whatever. You know, just basically style it out so that people don't notice too much and they're still having a great night.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. Basically, if I make a mistake, just pretend like it. You know, that's what it was part of it.
You hear train wreck and it's not a mistake; it's a transition. All right.
Yes.
Exactly, right.
Yes.
And I think you know, radio is very different to a live DJ set. You know, with radio, typically it's recorded now. It's streamed across multiple devices. Any mistake that you make on radio is kind of there for life. It's like a YouTube video. It's always going to be there. You can try and delete it. Somebody else will repost it. It's going to be there forever. But actually, when you play a live set, you know, if the audience is having fun, if they're really getting into it, they're not going to notice that much, in absolute honesty.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think when it comes to mistakes, I think you've explained it to an absolute T. Whether we're going to have more mistakes tonight on the DJ sets, I don't know. I hope not.
I really hope it's not mine tonight. After all that.
Yeah, you watch after all that. Yeah, you know, we've got a recording of it. It's permanent. We'll know. That concludes the DJ Dan Singh interview. Coming up next is potentially Dave Collins, so you're probably going to switch places or something. And then after that, we'll be doing interviews with Sam Turner and AMB. They are to come. So more on this later. Cut.